name's Jeanette Brown. I left school when I was 16, and I didn't really think about what I wanted to do. But I did a Beck Jones diploma in business studies, which lasted for a year. And after that year, I visited the job centre regularly, different jobs. I have managed to find them. This morning I went for an interview for Russell Jenkins & Symes from the accounts clerk. And they said they'll ring me, but I doubt if they will, because they most probably don't. And it's just to do with accounts work, really. I do a bit of dressmaking in my spare time, because that helps, because dough isn't very much. And what else do I do? I run. I'm a sprinter as well.
I left school about 3 months ago, and since then I've been unemployed. I've had one job in a cook shop to cook. I'm looking for an office job. I can't. Go on. Right. Looking for an office job. Not as I liked office work in school. I did office practice and typing. My boyfriend works in a builder's merchant. His name is Colin Power.
When I left school, I got a job in a soft drinks factory, and I used to load crates of pop onto pallets. I really enjoyed it because there was so many different colours and flavours. There was Coca-Cola and Cherryade and Orangeade and Raspberryade and Limeade and Dandelion and Burdock and Vimto and Peppermint Cordial and Lemon Cordial, Orange Cordial, Pineapple and Orange Squash, lots of things. After that, I worked in Quick Save as a Shell Monte tomatoes and Cross and Blackwell spaghetti and Wilson's meatballs and Andrex toilet rolls and Daz washing powder and Kellogg's cornflakes. I was the man who put the K in Kellogg's. And after that, then I got a job in Peacocks. I worked in the shoes and bags department. I used to load boxes of shoes and bags onto pallets and send them off to little devils all over the country. No, depots. Then I got a job in the post office as a postman, working for Her Majesty's government. Pete the Poster, I was known as. I really enjoyed it, standing there, sorting letters all day. Really took my breath away, I can tell you. And then after that, I became one of the unemployed. I used to get up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon every day and wander around the streets, looking through litter bins to see if I could find half-empty Coke cans to drink. And I used to follow people at the chip shops and wait for them to throw their scrambled up chip papers on the floor so I could eat the chips which they'd left, because I was very hungry. What did I do then?
Hello? Could I speak to somebody about the job, please? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Hello? Hello? Fuck.
lads are always happy at knocking off time. Mind you, they're happy all day through. We provide the best facilities available. It makes their work a pleasure. We haven't forgotten the craftsmanship and skills our forefathers taught us, yet the most up-to-date technology has allowed us to increase productivity, cutting the cost for you. And the boys, they have more time to relax during a well-earned tea break.
It's cheaper. It's easier. That's about what's happened. In this country, we started making stuff, other people liked it, they started making it. And that's why we ended up in the situation we're in now. Self-sufficiency. He was saying, if you get into this export business, you're going to lose. You can win for a while. Japanese are winning now, they're doing very well. But after a while, somebody else will come along who knows how to do what you're doing better. That's the nature of industrialization. And he said, the only way to get out of that game is to actually start making stuff only for yourself. You don't export.
Brian, I'm in love with your proof. That's the only politics I'm more interested in.
Do you know that the snake has two penises? Well, it doesn't exactly have two penises. It has what's called a hemi-penis, available for when you actually want to sort of...
Excuse me.
You know...
I've got a light, please.
Sorry, yeah. Anyway, we've now got, what, 4 million, 5 million, 3 million unemployed people. 100 years ago, nearly 100 years ago, Kropotkin saw it all. Because what he's talking about, he's saying, the exporting business means you're going to lose out in the end. You're going to end up with a situation where everyone you've employed in your industry is going to be made unemployed by these other people who are making stuff better than you can, and cheaper. Thanks.
I saw this program on the television the other night about unemployment.
On television?
On television. It was made by a group of unemployed people. And I think it was called Open Door or something like that. And it was like they were given the equipment to make the program. And it was really good. They kind of showed what it was like to be on the dole.
Did they have a script?
No, they didn't have a script. They were just given like a free hand to do whatever they wanted.
What did it say?
They just put across what it's like to be on the dole. How bad it is.
Yeah, but, I mean, what's the point? I mean, it doesn't prove anything. I mean, the problem with that sort of program is exactly what people want to see. They want to see unemployed people being unemployed, talking about unemployment. It doesn't actually tell anyone anything about what's happening. But do you know what it's like to be on the dole?
I've been unemployed for a year and I know what it's like. And it's kind of, they just put across what it is like being on the dole.
I see. So you saw a program and you identified with it because it put across something about the way you felt.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's such an illusion. That's exactly what they want you to think. Because the problem with programs like that is just present unemployment as unemployment. There's no analysis. There's no analysis telling you exactly why unemployment exists. Have one on me.
You don't give people a chance to say what they think. You're busy getting at them as you do.
Me? I thought I was being... I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to talk to him. Let's have a go. What have I done to you? It was a private conversation. What are you doing?
Get your hands off him anyway.
Karate, Carl.
I know it's been bad. You just don't understand what I've been going through. I know it's been bad, but you just don't understand what I've been going through. I've got some money. Would you like to come out for a drink with me tonight? I've got some money. Would you like to come out for a drink with me tonight?
Lots of beautiful prizes. 20 pence for a ticket. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everyone out there bought a ticket? Think how the funds would swell. And some child somewhere in the world would benefit, maybe survive a little longer. In all the poorer countries, we've all seen it, haven't we? The starving children, and hunger and so forth. I mean, it's a fact we have to face. UNICEF is the fund that deals with all these tragedies. Come in and buy a ticket, 20 pence. Now back to Estee Lauder. If any customer buys 2 items in the Estee Lauder range, we are going to give you 6 items free. That's to the value of about £20. To a good cause, to a country who possibly needs the money. We've all seen on the television the sadness and
Peter, what are these for?
You know, say it with flowers.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that I'm sorry that I haven't been to see you recently.
Well, anyway, how did it go last time?
What? Oh, the interview, you mean? That was a bloody joke, wasn't it? I got my gyro today. How's your fancy coming up for a drink tonight?
Yes, madam. Can I help you?
Remember, no qualifications, no job. No job, no money. No money, no crumpet. Hey, Jones?
Miss Ellie, I don't think the turkey's to Pamela's liking. She hasn't even touched her dinner.
The turkey's fine, Miss Ellie. I'm just not very hungry. Thank you.
Maybe you're working too hard, Pam. Careful you don't get sick. We wouldn't want your brother to lose his chief fundraiser, would we?
Well, that reminds me, JR, that new ad agency that I hired for Martin, they're going to want their money in advance. They were burned on the last campaign by a few boys.
I'll get it. They're worth every penny of it. Martin's beginning to come over as a real statesman, Dad.
The maze unfolds, monsters lurk around every bend. Back in the real world, Subhunt puts you at the periscope of a nuclear submarine. There are simultaneous periscope and satellite displays, and enemy destroyers after your blood. Destroy them before they destroy you. It's deadly action on the high seas. Ask for Night Stalker, Dungeons and Dragons, and Subhunt in this store.
Politics
Here
is
in
politics.
television utopia.
That's your
Where 2 of you
excuse
each have an island to rule.
for taking a fine, good man and destroying him. And you don't need any excuse. You do it for your own selfish
understand that you love your brother, but you do have a slightly prejudiced view of him. And despite what you consider his sterling qualifications, the man apparently doesn't hesitate to do what's illegal whenever it suits him.
You have distorted this entire issue. I think you're despicable.
We just told the truth, that's all.
I tell you something. I don't know how to play by your rules, but someday I will. And you're going to pay for what you've done to my brother.
No, you won't.
I do a lot of traveling, so I like to relax and unwind every now and then. I'm taking flying lessons at Roos. Do you know Roos? Ever done any flying yourself? I tell you, it's a wonderful experience. You should try it. Imagine looking down on South Wales from 2,000 feet. It's beautiful. Industrial archaeology has always been one of my favorite subjects. Where are the great industries of Wales? The coal, the steel, Port Talbot with its tongues of crimson flame. I love things with history, the old crafts and skills. When I was a boy, I used to go to the local fish and chip shop. It was a greasy sort of place, but it had the best chips in town. Get 2 tea. Cigarette?
No, thanks. I only smoke these when I'm on the road.
I've got this country cottage near Carmarthen. Sort of weekend place. Well, it needs decorating, and I know you need the money. I think I can trust you. I've had the cottage now for about 2 years. It's virtually finished. Just needs a bit of decorating. Touch of paint here and there. Used to be an old farmhouse. A couple of 100 years old. I like old things. I couldn't stand living in one of these housing estates.
But if you keep on working like this, one day you'll have your own branch office.
Your latest abstract painting by Glyn Jones. Your cheese plant, a gift from the staff. Your new secretary, Jane. Your point of control, the teak desk. At 11 o'clock precisely, Jane brings you your coffee. I thought I told you not to play this.
She said.
What are you thinking?
He said.
Nothing. What are you thinking?
She said.
Nothing. Tell me what you were thinking.
Nothing.
Do you love me?
He said.
You know I do.
Well, say it then.
It.
She said.
Say, I love you, with feeling.
I love you.
You don't mean it.
I love you.
Thank you.
Now that we have love, my life is worth living. Now that we have money, I feel like giving my heart to you.
Hope is in my heart, now we are together, never will we part, we'll stay together for eternity.
Now that we have love, my life is worth living. Now that we have money, there'll be no more crying. Every cloud has a silver lining, every tree a bloom. My heart beats so much faster when you walk in the room.
We'd been swimming. The chlorine was still irritating my eyes. Although we had no money, those long, lazy afternoons were happy ones. Anyway, I knew things would get better soon. Stephen was lucky. He was to start a job creation scheme, painting railings in a graveyard. We'd been close friends for many years. I remember smoking behind the bicycle sheds when we were at school together.
Was the TV there?
Oh, I didn't even carry the TV, could I?
Oh, what a
Yet,
shame.
Stephen wasn't impressed by the remote control unit I had stolen.
Good noise.
No, again. Stephen was not impressed by my stealing the remote control unit for a television.
Yet, Stephen wasn't impressed by the remote control unit I had stolen.
But there are three other sorts of cries that you can learn
Oh,
to
gets
identify
better.
quite easily. Listen to this. This is the sort of sound that babies make when they're happy and content. A cry of
What do you expect for 10 pence to do?
It's one of the nicest sounds a baby makes, and you'll learn to recognize it quickly.
A burp, is it?
But don't expect to hear it for the first few
That's a
weeks.
fucking burp.
The next sound you're likely to hear from the first days onwards.
It means I want to go back.
A cry of pain, a sure sign that something's wrong. Sometimes you'll know the cause. Perhaps he's just been given an injection. But other times, the distressing nature of the cry will make you want to find and stop whatever's causing the pain. The most difficult cry to explain is this one. This is probably a cry of hunger. But the problem is you can't be sure until you've ruled out all the other possibilities. It could be discomfort, boredom, or frustration.
Oh, my legs are aching. Polly was late back from lunch again today. She had to go into town to get another new bikini ready for when she goes to Corfu tomorrow. Oh, it's all right with her. She's always got a really good excuse, you know. Gosh, she's really beginning on my nerves. Whenever I make the tea, she always checks the kettle to make sure that I filled it up enough. When I get back from lunch, she checks the watch and she makes sure that I see her so that I know that she's checking up on me. And that Sally's getting married, and all I get all day is all about Sally's weddings. Where are you going?
Well, why don't you just tell her to piss off?
Well, what have you been doing today?
No, listen, that.
Well, what?
I had to go down to the Dole office. A little bit of a laugh on that. I've been offered a job in West Wales, painting and decorating. Well,
Yes, I thought I recognized you. I saw your little episode this morning. That was bad enough, but now you've got a painting and decorating job. All I hope is that you remember to sign off. I suppose you thought that was really big behaving that way. Well, I work there too, and you gave that boy a really rough time. Do you think it's his fault? Do you think we're all robots? Oh, yes, we're all robots at the DHSS. We have no feelings. Look, there's 17.4% unemployment in Wales, 29.1% in the Pembroke Dock area alone. Every day I see the indescribable suffering, poverty and madness that unemployment brings.
Well, I've been out of work now about 5 years. The first 12 months as an adult, I thought something was bound to turn up. But then I got gradually disillusioned, and I'm just living from day to day now. There's no hope at all. All the money I get is just enough to feed it, and forgot all about holidays and things like that, and all those extras I had when I was working. I'm just really disillusioned now. I'm just in a rut, just living day to day. No hope of work. Once you've gone 50 anyway, they don't want to know about you. You're very bitter and disillusioned about it all. Very bitter. I don't think I'll ever work again, no? Never. Okay.
Thank you.
Action.
I hope my mother's not watching. Hello, Mum. Listen to the music. Does it make you feel like dancing? Do the dance of death. Forgot it again. Huh? Do that. Blank, morbid face. Stiff body. Lean up against the window. Frown. Show your neck tendons. Like a face behind the Dole office window. And now I'm here telling you about life on the Dole. Is that okay? Can I go now?